Greetings and God bless. If you do some research into the temple priestesses, the temple prostitutes, there were many, particularly in Babylon, that were um, these more occult, were men dressing as women. And the reason why this androgynous thing, man and woman, male and female together in one, it's a very demonic, satanic kind of a ritual. Because having, like, the whole point of Satanism, demonic possession or influence is for a man to not engage with women. So for a biological female to actually be who's copulating with a man is not evil enough for Satan. So what Satan really likes is lies from the start. So that's what we see today. Most major movie actors, newscasters, musicians, like every female, president's wives, they're all male to female, and they've taken, they've got an incredible plastic surgery. They've got great fashion consultants and makeup artists and everything. And there's these non-disclosure agreements that all of these people, the caterer has to sign it, the photographer has to sign it, the makeup artist has, everybody's. That's why we don't know about it, because everybody signed a non-disclosure agreement. And not only have they signed this legal form, but it's a demonic institution. This is a demonic, satanic organization. So this isn't just, you worked at your corporate job and you signed this NDR. This is a cult. This is a religion. So so Satan likes to start with a lie from the moment you cast your eyes upon somebody. So all these, what we have been told, are women, even feminists and fashion magazines, all of the, like Gloria Steinem's a dude, Cosmopolitan, the editors, like they're all men. They're all male to female. And if you just take a moment and look at their bone structure, look at their facial structure, they have men's structure. There is no way this could be statistically significant as it is. Just when you just do this. Now, some anatomy is now being manipulated because they don't want the truth to come out. But if you look at older anatomy, like when you're looking online, especially, they manipulate that material there. But if you just look at a textbook, even from 2000, it's going to be accurate, because a woman's skull is smaller, her arms are smaller. But now I notice in if you're just looking up anatomy, male and female anatomy on Google, they have a manipulated illustration that makes a woman look like she's a gorilla, because they're trying to brainwash us that, yeah, women have biological women with female chromosomes they're trying to say that they have the same length of arm as a man. So Satan likes to lie from the very beginning. So the women that were being told are women in the news, and actors and actresses and musicians and whatnot, they're actually men. Even down to like, why is it called Playboy? Because these are boys. The bunnies are boys. Because this is a Babylonian satanic ritual to have men and boys dress as women, because it's like a temple prostitute kind of a thing, where it's a male. Or if you know how in Shakespearean times the men were playing the female roles, I wonder if that was part of an occult thing, because Shakespeare wasn't, I don't know, I don't think he was well, number one, I don't think there was one guy named Shakespeare that wrote all of the plays, but I think it was a committee. And yeah, I don't think those people were believers in Lord Jesus Christ. So I wonder if like having men play female roles was part of a ritual, because if you look at the origins of Greek theater, tragedy and comedy, it was actually a community requirement to go and look at the performances, because these were rituals. These were part of a religious kind of thing, for the whole community to watch these Greek plays. So I think it was a part of it was it was a type of population control, it was a type of crowd control to have people watch these dramas or these comedies. So when we were watching a TV show or a music video or even a halftime show or even a football game, this is theater. This is a type of spiritual, emotional engine. And that's why there's so many rituals that appear in those in entertainment. We're called what's told we're told it's just entertainment, blah blah blah. Get your mind off of something, but it's a ritual. It's a spiritual exercise. So, and I've had friends who were drag queens, and they would have thought it was cute if they knew that they were emulating temple priestesses, temple prostitutes of a satanic god. They wouldn't have been upset about it. But if you're letting your little boy dress up as a temple prostitute, I don't think that's a really good idea. I mean, I don't even think it's a good idea for guys to do this, actually. Like there's something really wrong. When people were doing this kind of thing 30, 40 years ago, I think people had something happen to them. And I think that's why, men were dressing in women's clothing and, having certain lifestyles as something happened and it was beyond their ability to cope and to transcend. And so they made adjustments and, sheltered themselves from encounters that might further cause them pain. But now, the whoever's in charge now, it has nothing to do with this isn't about choice. This is about some weird demonic satanic totalitarian coup that's occurred, when Antifa's beating up parents who are saying don't pit a groom my child, and there's so many Antifa people involved. This is, how is it that we're in this reality that those, I don't know, 100 Antifa thugs, so they must be paid, because this is a huge turnout. Maybe there wasn't 100, maybe there's 50 or something like that, but these people were trained. That's what I noticed with these Antifa people. So I mean, they're definitely demonic, and they're trained, and they're professional, and they must be paid, because I don't know any activist that's like, yeah, your child belongs to me, so I can molest your child. Like these Antifa people, their families should shun them. Their friends should shun them. Their employers should fire them. These people need to be made outcasts, because they're trying to destroy our country, and they're seeming to get away with it. It's how do we talk about this? It's sort of like, how do you talk about when there's no gravity? It's unthinkable. This is an unthinkable time that we're in. And I guess it just brings us back to God and praying and just making sure you're right with Jesus. So anyways, please don't let your sons dress in girls' clothes, and especially not in a public ritual space, because these drag queen things where they're trying to get little boys to dress. This is a satanic ritual. This is not just playing dress up. this is something evil, and they're trying to hook for some, like these gay people, these trans people are they're addicted to children now, it seems, and they're just like ravenous for children. I had gay friends in the 90s, and they had nothing, very little to do with children. They had like their sister had kids, and they would go visit and kind of tolerate the heterosexual married, normie life. But like now, what is going on? Like it's like this demonic takeover of the LGBT community that has nothing to do about anything decent anymore. And like where, like, and where are all these LGBT people um, that are middle of the road? Like why are they not fighting against this demonic LGBT community? Because I mean, have they all been? Is it entire body, invasion of the body snatchers? Has that whole, are there only two members of the LGBT community that has any common sense anymore? Because it seems like the parents who don't want anymore, they're on their own. It's just like, you know, like conservatives who don't care or liberals who don't care are like, okay, you parents, you can resist, yourself, go get beat up. And then the paid Antifa, trained Antifa terrorists are beating up parents or old people or whatever. Like, I think, there's got to be more people in the liberal and conservative and the gay community that support parents' protection of their children. Like, where are you guys? Like, I'm sure there's some liberals and gay people that know Antifa folks. You guys need to tell your Antifa friends and family to stop. Like that you need to tell them they're doing something very evil and wrong. Like I believe it's the end times. I believe we're in the final days of the end times and that things have to get really bad. But that doesn't mean you just capitulate and give up. Like if you know anybody, like I'm not saying go yell at some trained Antifa terrorist. That's your friend who might kill you, but like it's wrong. Like they should, like people should not be terrorists. Period. Like like if somebody's a traitor, they are a traitor. They are committing treason. Like they need to be dealt with how traitors are dealt with. And I say this not just for Antifa, but for the coup that's occurred in our country. And everybody, like for what the past 3-4 years, people were like, white hats are in charge, and nothing's happened, right? And now folks are like talking about the T guy whose name began with a T. I'm like, people still believe in him? Like what? Like I have a friend, and she's like, people wouldn't have learned, understood reality if he just took care of everything immediately. Like people needed to learn all the stuff that no, no, I, I, if Trump was supposed, had some sort of 5D chess going thing, like there's still other things he could have done that still would have been indicators. And like the whole, being so proud of the injection and still pushing the injection. And he's like, take the injection. You don't have to, but take the injection. Like Tyler Fisher, the comedian, did a great um, uh, skit about the Trump rallies that I recommend. So yeah, we're in the end times. So learn about the Bible, the King James Bible, learn the gospel, learn about your apostle, who's Paul. And when you're looking at the Bible, I recommend looking at Romans to Philemon, because that is what's applicable to us right now. We're in the age of grace. We're not the Jews, we're not the Hebrews, and that's what the rest of the Bible is referring to. Those were the little flock of Peter, and we are the flock. We're I guess you could say, well, we're not sheep. We're ambassadors, but we're our ministry, or Paul's ministry, is us, the mystery. So Romans to Philemon is what you want to read, and you want to read it from the King James Version of the Bible. And if you're not a big reader, look up Bible studies on YouTube or wherever you like to watch. And you want to do Bible studies on the mid-Acts dispensational material of the Bible, which is where when Paul was given the ministry to us now, the time period that we're in, because we're in the age of grace. So anyways, thanks for watching. God bless.